Hello and welcome to the Auto Remarketing Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Overby, Senior Editor of Auto Remarketing, and we're recording this episode on Friday, July 18th, which baseball fans will know is the first day back from the MLB All-Star break, and that's perfect timing to have our guest, Edmunds, Senior Vice President of Marketing, Allison Anziska, return to the show. She's not a baseball player, at least not in the MLB, but she is here to talk about Edmunds' campaign with LA Dodgers hero Tommy Edman, showcasing the company's upgraded appraisal tool. We're going to get into all that, but first, Allison, thanks for being on the show. It's great to have you back.
Thanks, Joe. Always great to be here.
Well, we talked earlier this year about the name of the game campaign that Edmunds was doing with a few similarly named athletes, and this time around we have Tommy Edman visiting some LA landmarks like Dodger Stadium, Echo Park Lake. He even goes to a taco stand, and he's kind of showing Los Angeles residents how easy it is to evaluate their car and get offers on it. I watched the ad. I thought it was really funny. He really Tommy seems like a natural. What were some of your first impressions of him as you guys put this thing together?
Yeah, so the Edmunds name connection offers a very clever hook. You can see people get confused even as they're calling him out. But the alignment here really runs deeper. So obviously having the LA Dodger connection is huge, and knowing that Los Angeles is the largest car market in the country and really an ideal testing ground for a campaign that's focused on building brand awareness and product visibility. But Tommy himself brings a certain credibility and approachability to the campaign. It feels very authentic to how we show up at Edmunds. One of our spots showing up later in the campaign is a radio ad spot where Tommy calls himself out as a numbers and analytics guy. And he is. I mean, I won't cite his resume, but he is a Stanford graduate and very math oriented. So we almost joke that we should be trying to poach him on our insights team as well. But Tommy's been a great spokesperson for us.
Excellent. Well, as you mentioned, I mean it really it highlights LA, being one of the big car capitals of the United States. But the appraisal tool, I should mention, is available nationwide, but these ads are running exclusively in LA and throughout Southern California. So, from a marketing perspective, why was it important to kind of make this very LA centric and, have somebody who's the face of the Dodgers and focus really on Los Angeles?
Yeah, so as you may know, Edmunds has been based in Santa Monica for decades, but we didn't actually choose LA for the campaign because it's our home. As I mentioned, it is the largest car market in the country, but really an ideal place for bringing awareness and visibility around our product to audiences that could really use it. Ideally, the campaign itself is built specifically for digital and social platforms from day one. So the reach, though amplified and kind of supported in the LA market, is national. It's really engaging on social channels as audiences are, exploring their Facebook feed or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. And so the core belief is essentially that Dodgers fans, but also baseball fans and car, owners everywhere will see it and relate to it.
Well, it might sound funny to say this with LA being the second biggest metro area in the US and, the largest car market in the US. But, sometimes when people think of the auto industry, they might immediately think of Detroit. Do you see LA sort of as a hidden gem of the car industry and car culture?
That's great. I definitely do. I mean, I think there's something unique about car culture in LA. We spend a lot of time in our cars and thinking about our cars. We're lucky to have the climate that lets people enjoy their cars in lots of ways. Recently, Just Edmunds survey data shows consumers are having to adjust their car shopping behavior in anticipation of a lot of the tariffs and other news that's been coming out and just the nature of the market today. LA is a market that feels that very acutely. And so just bringing ease of tools that help folks be able to understand what their car is worth and potentially get up to three offers on that vehicle is something extra valuable in this market, but again, valuable everywhere.
I was going to ask, if you plan to do more campaigns in other cities or nationwide, but I guess is that sort of in today's social media environment, it sort of can go national without having to focus on, doing national spots, if you will. But are you guys planning to do other kind of nationwide spots like you did with the name of the game ads that ran this year?
Yeah, I mean, overall, through name of the game and now Edman on the street, Edmunds has been ramping up its brand marketing efforts. So recent years, we've been focused on honing that skill and really getting it right, connecting with consumers in authentic and culturally relevant ways. I'd say that Edman on the street definitely marks a major leap forward in that evolution, but just our ability to kind of blend the cultural storytelling, social first content, and consumer empowerment. That is definitely something that we are more actively testing in this regional way. It's our largest regional spend to date. That being said, it's definitely something we're looking to grow and expand on in the future. So yes, the digital and social elements will reach nationally. I can see us continuing to kind of grow this approach going forward. I think something really unique about Edmunds and the way that we're structured with a small and really active, engaged and integrated team is that the same teams that build our brand campaigns work hand in hand with our data and analysts that are so well known in the market. And so our PR experts are able to really hone in and define on what matters most to consumers and when. And this is the collaboration that either on the regional scale or the national scale allows us to move forward with that real market intelligence and genuine empathy for what car shoppers are going through in LA and elsewhere. So it's not just marketing, it's really insightful, guideful storytelling informed by real world data and trends. And overall, it's just building and creating trust with consumers and delivering results to our dealer partners.
So what do you hope that consumers and then even dealers can sort of come to understand about the vehicle valuation process from these spots and the work you guys are doing?
Yeah, so I mean, our surveys have really kind of honed in on the cost of monthly payments recently, knowing that 1 in 5 new car buyers in LA are committing to monthly payments of over $1,000. So affordability is top of mind for consumers. And at a time when car prices and payments are rising, just knowing the accurate value of your trade-in gives the consumers the confidence and the leverage essentially that they need when they're coming to market. The appraisal tool on Edmunds, which is recently upgraded and is highlighted by this campaign, gives car owners a really easy way and a free way to check their car value and compare up to three real offers online. And there's no pressure to sell. So ideally, we want this campaign to drive awareness of that tool while offering a real solution that helps the consumers navigate this uncertain market. And maybe a small pitch for the custom landing page we have where it's really easy to kind of resonate. It's just edmunds.com/Dodgers.
So how does the process work if I'm a consumer going to evaluate my car through the appraisal tool? What does that process look like for me?
Great. So you'd come to our landing page, enter either your VIN number or if you don't have it handy, your license plate. You go through a few short questions on the condition and ownership nature of the vehicle, and then that's it. 2 minutes later, you are generated up to three offers on your vehicle. Those offers come from our dealer partners across the country, or in your case, it would be locally to where you are. So you can actually trade your vehicle in for that price. You also get to see an Edmunds appraisal report. So obviously, given the nature of the market, sometimes the appraisal and the offers don't exactly align. In some cases, the offers are higher. It really depends on the nature of the market at that time. But having both the report as well as up to three offers allows you to have great visibility into what your car is worth. And so we do encourage consumers to go through that, even if their plan is to trade their car in alongside their next purchase at the dealership. At least they're getting a great sense and kind of validation of what their car is valued at.
And from the dealer side, that do you see the used car supply crunch that dealers are going through right now, sort of underscoring the need for something like this, for giving dealers another resource to find potentially used cars for their lot?
Oh, definitely. We have dealer tools as well that allow dealers to make offers on vehicles. Ideally, Edmunds, through this project and through awareness of our appraisal tool, is helping drive more informed and ready to transact car owners to the dealer showrooms. So we're getting consumers who are already thinking critically about the value of their vehicle. We're getting them closer to that decision and ready to trade in so that dealers can acquire more used inventory.
And are you finding through the data analytics from your discussions with consumers that car shoppers are more aware that they can actually sell their car to dealers without having to make a purchase? I mean, it seems like that had been like a kind of an unknown quantity in the industry.
Yeah, we do have some general marketing messages where we educate consumers through our insights as well as through our marketing channels that they may be sitting on a gold mine. So the value of your vehicle is going up if it's a car you're not using or an extra car that you may have inherited or don't need. There is great value there where historically there may not have been. So I don't know that consumers always are aware of that, but that's one of the points that we try to bring forward to show consumers that they may have opportunity that's unrealized in their driveway.
Well, before I let you go, if I can share one idea for the next Name of the Game campaign,
Love it.
if you guys decide at any point to expand into Canada, the Edmonton Oilers I think would be a perfect partner for that. But I you don't have to give away the any trade secrets at this point, but just throwing that one out there for now.
Sounds fabulous. We're always open to ideas. It's pretty amazing, even in the nature of this Edman on the Street campaign. It all came from one little kernel of an idea, lots of perseverance, a ton of creativity, and just dedication to bringing it to reality. So kudos to my whole team for bringing this together. It's been an amazing opportunity to work with both Tommy and the LA Dodgers, and we're looking forward to growing and expanding to more in the future.
Absolutely. Well, Allison, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thanks for joining the show and sharing such a unique story again.
Thank you, Joe. Great to see you as well.
Absolutely. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Auto Remarketing Podcast. I'm Joe Overby. Thanks for listening.